good morning or good evening, depending on the time of day you're watching this. I assume it's a fantastic Saturday morning for you, so you're relaxed and you can pay attention as I give you a quick overview about all the products that we have at Abyzz. Just in case you don't know what you need for your tank, or if you want to know what else we are doing, we're just going to give you a brief overview about all the main products that we have. Starting with our smallest return pump, which is the A100, the latest version now called A120, which comes with an IPU driver, but I'll show you that difference later. Then we have the A200, the A400, which is basically our oldest pump design, which we designed in 2003. And then we have the A1200, our biggest return pump right now. From there, the return pumps, we have our flow pumps, the AFC 150 as the smallest one right now, delivering roughly 60 cubic meters, so 15,000 gallons per hour. Then we have the AFC 400 and the AFC 1200, ending with 550 cubes, which is roughly 130,000 gallons per hour. I don't know the gallons per minute, but you can do the calculation by yourself.
For what sizes of tanks these pumps are made for?
I'm using the A200 on my reef tank. Well, I would say that's the perfect pump with anything beginning from, let's say, 1,000 liters, maybe. If you have a very narrow sump and you don't have any space, then the A120 or A100 would be suitable. Or if you need the low voltage application for tanks where you permanently have your hands in and you want to be on the safe side without any high voltage in the water, then you're best off with the A100 or A120. But then the A200 would be for the normal reef tank. The A400 basically has a much higher head pressure, so that's interesting if you have your sump room in the basement, for example, and your tank on the first floor or maybe even second floor, so then you need a bit more pressure. The A1200 is the biggest one for tanks that, let's say, ranging from anywhere 5 cubic meters to, you know, as big as they get. They are also used quite a lot in aquaculture systems. For those return pumps, we do have some accessories like strainer baskets. So we do have those strainer baskets for freshwater applications. They are made from stainless steel. Those are the square cubical ones. These ones are made from titanium grade 2, so they are saltwater proof, so you can use them in your aquarium, in your sump. They are available in this size, which matches the A200 and A400 body diameter. And then, of course, we also have those for the A1200. They, of course, need to be a lot bigger, but they match the diameter of the pump, so you don't really need to have a wider sump. It's just a bit longer with the whole pump body. If you're using those pumps externally and you have your plumbing installed, then we would recommend to use an inline strainer. Those strainer baskets have the pump here, and then here's the water intake, so you can actually see if anything is in front of the strainer or gets stuck to protect your pump. Those strainers, they look as if they don't let a lot of water through, but if you look closely from the front, you'll see that it almost has no resistance against that inrushing water. It also makes sure that you have a long run straight in front of your pump. So don't make the mistake, put a 90-degree elbow right in front of it, but use this. Pump connects directly to here, and then you have your 5 times DN, which is the minimum distance the water should travel straight to have an ideal situation on your impeller wheel. This one is available in 63 millimeters, which matches the A200 and A400. We recommend both pumps to be used with a one size up plumbing, which would be a 63 millimeter. They all come with the adapter ring in metric from 63 down to 50. And that way you can connect this directly to your pump. Same thing is available for the A1200. This is a DN110 strainer, so same strainer basket on the inside, just a little bit bigger. And of course, in front of the pump, you can use this to reduce down from DN110 to DN90, which matches the intake on the A1200. For the AFC pumps, we also do have additional strainer baskets. You'll see those in the AFC mounting and options video that will be coming out later. These 3 pumps have different mounting systems, but they're so many that we will cover that in a complete separate video for you, so you get an idea on how to mount the pumps ideally for your system. For the small one, I just want to cover the easiest mounting option, which would be for a PVC pipe. So you can use a standard DN PVC pipe available in metric and imperial. This connects to the pump on the rear with 3 titanium screws, and then you can directly mount your PVC pipe and put the pump on it. Of course, we also have a magnet mount. This is a very strong magnet. We have them in up to 1.5 inch glass thickness. It is quite costly because magnets just tend to be very expensive lately, but it is very good mounting options if you have the correct tank size. In drivers, all the pumps are available mostly in 2 different driver types, except for the A1200. But we do have this standard driver, which is IP30. The IP class rating means how much it is protected against, moisture and dust intake. So this one is suitable for using in your tank cabinet, for example, where there's no water dripping from top. If you want to use the driver in a moist environment, you're better off using the IPU version. IPU stands for IP protection and universal voltage. So these drivers, if they are mounted correctly on the wall, then they are absolutely proof against spraying water or rain or anything like that. So if you're running these drivers with a higher ambient temperature than 30 degrees Celsius, we recommend to either have a fan blowing in near the direction to get some air movement, or if it's really hot around the drivers, then you can use this IPU cooling cover, which slides just on top of the driver, and it forces an airflow around those cooling fins. This fan is actually an IP68, so it can take water spray directly on it. So if you have a salt crust on your fan, you can just rinse that off. Comes with a separate power supply, comes with the power supply with all the plugs for all the countries. And this will be enabling your driver to stay cool up to 40 degrees Celsius ambient temperature. And then of course you can connect our pumps to the different types of control systems that are on the market. For example, GHL, Apex, Hydros. We do offer connections or connectivity to basically any other control system. Also industrial SPCs like Modbus are available. If you have any questions about the interfacing, or if you want to connect your specific third-party controller to your Abyzz pump, just let us know. Write us an email to sales@abyzz.com or to support@abyzz.com, and we'll answer with the correct interface for you to buy. I know there's many on the market right now and it's a bit unclear. We do get a new shop system shortly, and then there will be a better overview about which product matches to which control system. For larger tanks, we always recommend to have a proper grounding in place, especially if you're using those large flow pumps and you keep animals that might be able to damage the pumps or cut the cables. We do produce those grounding cables. These are made for the AFC pumps, so you can connect those to those large AFC units. So you have a separate grounding cable. It's the same cable quality as the one that we are selling on our pumps, so it's polyurethane. This is all potted in, so there's no chance that the copper actually gets out into your system. And then you have a safe connection. Even if the cable is cut, you will always have that pump working as a ground probe. It's important to know that all the metal parts on the AFC 400 and AFC 1200 are already connected to ground. So from the driver, as long as your ground is connected to the plug and your wall outlet has a proper ground connection, then the metal parts on the AFC are all connected to ground as well. For tank grounding, you can also use a separate grounding rod. So this comes with this mounting block, can be mounted anywhere above the tank. It's also completely potted and encapsulated, so you have that polyurethane cable in different cable length available. And this is a titanium grade 2 rod, so that won't fail on you even after a couple of years. All right, so you got the first overview about the Abyzz product line. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to send us a message to sales@abyzz.com or to write down in the comments below. Please subscribe, give us a like, and if you don't like it, write it in the comments so I can answer to it and improve the videos that we're doing. Otherwise, I hope to see you latest next Saturday, and take care. See you soon. Bye bye.